Hello, Kids Place friends. Welcome to another episode of Kids Place, where kids come to play, learn, achieve, create, and explore. I'm Ms. Traherne, and this is my co-host,
Mrs. Day. Let's start with our hello song.
Hello, friends. How are you? We're very happy to see you. Greet your neighbor, boogie on down, give a bump and turn around.
Hello, friends. Today we're going to head over for our play segment in Mrs. LeBeau's class at Benjamin Banneker. Let's go see what kind of fun they're having.
Fly like a butterfly, fly like a butterfly, fly like a butterfly through the sky. Fly like a butterfly, fly like a butterfly, fly like a butterfly through the sky. Stretch like a butterfly, stretch like a butterfly, stretch like a butterfly up so high. Stretch like a butterfly, stretch like a butterfly, stretch like a butterfly up so high. Twist like a butterfly, twist like a butterfly, twist like a butterfly, twist like a butter, sleep like a butterfly, sleep like a butterfly, sleep like a butterfly through the night. Sleep like a butterfly, sleep like a butterfly, sleep like a butterfly through the night. Roll like a butterfly, roll like a butterfly, roll like a butterfly, roll like a butter, fly like a butterfly, fly like a butterfly, fly like a butterfly in the sky. Fly like a butterfly, fly like a butterfly, fly like a butterfly in the sky.
Well, that was a lot of fun.
It was.
Those pre-K kids always have such a good time.
They do.
Now we're going to calm it down
Okay.
and do some breathing strategies. We're going to visit another pre-K classroom. Just keep in mind, I am safe. Keep breathing. I can handle this.
For today, we are going to do caterpillar. Aaliyah, please don't play with Joyce's shoe. It's very important to breathe so we get all that good oxygen to our brain and our lungs and we are feeling calm. Are we ready?
Yeah.
All right, so remember, we caterpillar breathe in and we butterfly breathe out. All right, let's do it. Take out your caterpillars. Let's breathe in. Out. And butterfly breath out. Caterpillar breath in. And butterfly breathe out. And one more time. Ready, Alani? Let's do it. Caterpillar in. And butterfly out. How do we feel? Better? Yeah? Calm? Ready to learn?
Now we're ready to learn. On today's segment, we are going to be talking about some creepy crawlies.
Insects!
That's
They're
right.
my buddies from the pond.
Oh, I bet you love insects, don't you, Fanny?
I do. A lot.
Yeah, well, you might be noticing as the days are getting longer and it's starting to warm up, things start to come alive. And not only do we start to see green leaves on plants and some flowers popping up, but the insects get to moving as the weather warms up. So you're going to be seeing more and more insects. Well, you might be asking yourself, what kind of bugs are insects? Because not all bugs are insects. I'm going to give you an example of one that's not. This is something you're going to be seeing a lot of that might make webs up in the corners of your porch. Mm-hmm. What is that?
That's a spider.
That's a spider. Now, some of you might be thinking, well, isn't that an insect? But it's actually not. Fanny, do you know what the difference between an insect and a spider is?
Well, the spider has a different number of legs.
It does. It has a different number of legs. So it's not considered an insect. Now, why don't we go ahead and we'll talk about what does an insect have, and then at the end we'll go back to the spider and we'll compare the differences. What do you think?
Sounds like a plan.
Okay, so Fanny, I am thinking of an insect. Friends at home, I'm thinking of an insect. And it's teeny tiny, and it crawls along the ground, and it has little holes. Usually they make a little mound out of sand at the opening of them, and you might have sung some songs about them stealing your picnic food.
I was just thinking that they like picnics a lot.
They do like picnics a lot. What is it, Fanny? Can you tell me what insect I'm thinking of?
It's an ant.
It is an ant. Okay, friends at home, I want you to make a picture in your mind. Imagine what an ant looks like. Okay. For this one, I'm going to use this black marker. So in your mind, think of a little black ant. Okay, Fanny, tell me, do you know how many body parts an ant has?
I actually do.
Okay.
It's 3.
It has 3 body parts. Very good. I'm going to draw them up here. Okay. I've got my head, and then I've got this middle section here, and then it has one more down towards the bottom. We're going to go over what each of these is called. This first part here is called the head, just like you have. This middle part is called the thorax. Can you guys say thorax? Thorax. Good job. And this last part is called the abdomen. Can you say abdomen? Abdomen. Very good. Okay, what else does an insect have? It has 3 body parts. 1, 2, 3. What else does it have, Fanny? Do you know?
Legs.
It has legs. Now, in order to be an insect, it has to have a certain amount of legs. An insect actually has 6 legs. Let's go ahead and draw them. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It has 6 legs. Now, an insect has one more thing. Do you know what else it is? It has
wings.
It has wings?
Does it?
What are those 2 little things coming out of their head?
Oh gosh, I mixed up. It's the antenna.
It's the antenna. Yeah, all insects have antenna. They're like these 2 little things that come out of its head. And as they're walking around, those antennae can help them feel around and feel vibrations to know if things are coming. They're really important body parts. Now, Fanny is right. Some insects do have wings. Can you guys at home think of some insects that have wings?
I can think of one.
What's one?
A dragonfly.
A dragonfly, very good. A dragonfly has wings. So you're right, some insects do have wings, but not all of them. So all insects have 3 body parts. They have 6 legs, and they have antennae. I'm going to draw him a little eye just so that we can see. There you go. All right. Isn't that fun? Okay, why don't we write our sentence about insects today? What do you think?
I think we should.
Okay. I'm looking at my picture, Fanny, and we talked about all these important words, and I thought it might be fun. Before we write our sentence, maybe we should label this picture. What do you guys think?
That would be very helpful.
Yeah, friends at home, do you know what a label is? Oh, a label is something that we use to tell what things are, and you might see labels in a non fiction book. A nonfiction is something that teaches you or has information in it. So in this case, we are talking about insects. Now, in order to label something, I might just draw a little line like this, and then I tell what it is. So Fanny, can you tell me what was this first top part of this ant?
It was the head.
It was the head. Very good. So I'm going to write the word head right here to let everyone know this is the head. All right, what about the middle part? Do you remember what that one was called?
I'm going to give you a clue. It had 2 syllables.
Oh, it had 2 syllables. Let's see. We had 2 more words. We had thorax and abdomen. Well, let's clap those. Ready? Thorax, abdomen. Ooh, which one had 2?
Thorax.
Thorax. Very good.
Ooh, and it starts with a digraph.
It does start with that digraph, that sound. Thorax. And the last part was
Abdomen.
Very good. Abdomen. That's a big word. There was one more thing that we talked about. We talked about how many legs it had. How many legs did it have?
6.
6 legs. I'm going to try to bring these lines all together. Bloop. To make this label, oh my goodness, that's a lot of lines. It has 6 legs. And one more thing that it had on top of its head.
The antenna.
Antenna. Very good. I've run out of space over there, so I'm not going to be able to write antenna. All right, but we can write a sentence about insects. Do you guys want to write a sentence about insects today?
Let's do it.
Okay. What could we say, Fanny? Something that we learned about insects today. Something that we learned that, remember.
Well,
yeah, go
we
ahead.
learned that all insects have 3 body parts.
That's a great sentence, Fanny. Okay, so we're going to write all insects have 3 body parts. Okay, we're going to start all the way on the left, and I'm going to remember my space frog for my spaces in between my words. Okay, we're going to start with the word all, and we're going to make sure that it's a
Uppercase.
uppercase. What's that O sound in all?
L.
It's an L. There's actually 2 of them. All, here's my space frog. Insects, what's that sound?
I.
It's an I. Insects. Oh, this is a long word too. That's right. Our next word is have, and Fanny's giving us a clue. It's that sound at the beginning of have. All insects have. Oh, and this is a number word. We're going to spell it out though. All insects have 3.
Ooh, there's that digraph
There's
again.
a digraph. Good job. It was the same as in thorax. That 3, that's that TH sound. It's a digraph. 3. We're going to go back down to the next line. All insects
very
have
sweet.
3
Body.
body. Good job. Body parts. What's that sound?
P.
P. Okay, what goes at the end of our sentence, Fanny?
A period. It's like the stop sign for the sentence.
That's right. We're going to put a period at the end to let us know that it's finished. All right, let's reread it. Ready? All insects have 3 body parts. Very good. And friends at home, if you remember, it was the head, the thorax, and the abdomen. Very good. All right, let's count them. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nice job, you guys. All right, let's see. What sound can we look for today? I heard a lot of s in this sentence, I mean. Do you want to help me find the s sound? Do you know what letter makes the s sound?
S.
It's an S. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, tell me stop when you hear that sound. All insects.
Stop.
Good job.
It's
Now,
hidden in the middle.
yeah, listen to this word insects. Do you hear it just one time or more than one time?
It's hidden in the middle and at the end.
It's in the middle and at the end. Here's one of them. And here's the next one. We had one in the middle and at the end. Okay, ready? All insects have 3 body parts.
At the end. Stop.
Very good. At the end of this word.
Those S's at the end have a special job.
They do? Do you know what it is, Fanny?
They make things plural.
Good, they make things plural. That means more than one. Very cool. All right, well, at the beginning of this segment, we talked about the difference between an insect and other bugs like a spider. Okay, so now that we've learned all these really neat facts about insects, we learned that all insects have 3 body parts, but we also learned that insects have how many legs, Fanny?
6.
6 legs. Now, friends at home, I want you to think about a spider. What do we know about a spider? You said it has how many legs?
8.
It has 8 legs. So can it be an insect?
No way.
No. Actually, a spider is in a family called an arachnid. It's totally different. But it's still, they're bugs, right?
Yeah,
Yep.
they're creepy crawly.
They're still creepy crawlies. All right, friends at home, if you get outside, you can look for some insects from a safe distance. Maybe you can flip some logs over or some rocks in your garden. If you dig around in the soil, or even if you just observe and notice, just take a minute to sit quiet and look at the grass around you. I bet you will see some insects. Fanny, it's that time. We're gonna head on over to see who our special guest reader is today. I hope they're reading us something about insects.
Hello, Kids Place families. I'm here today as your guest reader to share a very special book that is a favorite of mine, The Very Hungry Caterpillar. And this book is so special, it is over 50 years old. And Eric Carle is not only the author who writes the words, he's also the illustrator who does the pictures in this story. The Very Hungry Caterpillar by Eric Carle. Fanny, hold on. We're sitting in a very breezy spot. In the light of the moon, a little egg lay on a leaf. There it is. Our moon happens to have a face. One Sunday morning, the warm sun came up and pop! Out of the egg came a tiny and very hungry caterpillar. He started to look for food. On Monday, he ate through 1 apple, but he was still hungry. On Tuesday, he ate through 2 pears, but he was still hungry. You can help me with some of the parts in this story. On Wednesday, he ate through 3 plums. Your turn. But he was still hungry. Hold on, Fanny. On Thursday, he ate through 4 strawberries. But he was still hungry. Thanks for helping me at home. On Friday, he ate through 5 oranges. Your turn. But he was still hungry. All right, so he's eaten through some very healthy fruits. Wonder what's going to happen on the next day. What comes after Friday? On Saturday, he ate through 1 piece of chocolate cake, 1 ice cream cone, 1 pickle, 1 slice of Swiss cheese, 1 slice of salami, 1 lollipop, 1 piece of cherry pie, 1 sausage, 1 cupcake, and 1 slice of watermelon. Wow, that's a lot of sweets. That night, he had a stomach ache. Imagine that. What comes after Saturday? The next day was Sunday again. The caterpillar ate through 1 nice green leaf. And after that, he felt much better. Now, he wasn't hungry anymore, and he wasn't a little caterpillar anymore. He was a big, fat caterpillar. Look at the difference. He built a small house called a cocoon around himself. He stayed inside for more than 2 weeks. And then he nibbled a hole in the cocoon, pushed his way out, and do you know what happens to caterpillars? Watch this. He was a beautiful butterfly. And that's the end. Thanks for joining me today. For today's Create segment, we are going to create something that Fanny brought up earlier in the Learn segment.
Okay.
And that was our friend the dragonfly. And I think she was thinking about those wings.
She must have been.
Well, we're going to do something very creative to make wings today. We are
Okay.
going to use coffee filters.
Oh, fun.
We try on Kids Place to bring in home items to create things for art projects.
Yep.
So we are going to use white coffee filters. Well, let me go through all of our materials
Supplies,
here.
yeah.
We have some Google Eyes. We're going to use glue sticks. I have some pipe cleaners, which you might not have at home, but you could use twist ties in
from
place
like
of
your
this.
bread?
Yes.
Okay, perfect.
Mhm. We're going to use water-based markers
Okay.
and some plastic spoons.
Okay.
Scissors, glue sticks, and some tape. And I have some water in a little spray bottle. And
Okay.
you'll see what that's going to do in just a minute.
All
Okay,
right.
so we're going to take our white coffee filter.
Thank you.
And we have a tray so that we can protect our surface here because we're going to use watercolors to make a design, and then we're going to spray it with water so that it can grow and absorb into that coffee filter.
That sounds
So
fun.
you can use any colors you choose or any design you choose. So grab a color and start designing.
Okay.
So you can do stripes.
This is where kids can get creative.
Oh yeah. And it's okay if you do not cover every surface area of the filter with ink because there is going to be some bleeding. So in the white areas, your colors will bleed to cover those. So if you leave some white area, that will be fine. Okay, so we're gonna take our little spray bottle
Okay.
and we're going to spray
All right. Oh, how cool.
and you can see that it's coming through the back side.
Yeah.
So if you keep flipping your coffee filter around, it will fill in those white areas.
Yeah. Lots of fun colors. No worries about the fingers. These are washable markers. As long as you use washable markers, it'll come off the skin.
Right.
Oh, very neat. That's really cool.
So mine made a speckled effect.
Oh.
All right, so what we're going to do next is we're going to keep in mind the dragonfly has 2 sets of wings.
Okay.
And generally, insects have 2 sets of wings. I know I'm thinking of like butterflies have 2 sets of wings.
Yep.
So what we're going to do, and you can at home let this
Just
dry
dry first?
overnight and then come back and cut it when it's dry.
Okay.
But for the show, we're going to go ahead and cut. Now I'm going to cut it in half and then I'm going to cut a little corner here.
Okay.
so that it'll look like 2 sets of wings.
Okay.
So, scissor skills, thumb on top.
All right.
We put our fingers in the bottom, and then we thumb on top, chop, chop. Helper hand will move that wing for us. And then it has that appearance of 2 wings.
Okay.
And we're going to pucker these on our spoon.
Oh.
Okay, so you talked about the head, the thorax, and the abdomen.
Yes.
This is going to be the head. We'll count the middle section as our thorax.
Okay.
And then the tip will be our abdomen.
Okay.
So we are going to, let's put the eyes on at the end.
Okay,
We're
perfect.
going to use our pipe cleaner or twist tie, if that's what you have at home, to pucker our wings
Okay.
right here under the head. Okay?
So you're just gonna gather it
Yes.
together through the middle?
I was using the word pucker. This is another good fine motor skill to do that pinching.
Okay.
And then I put it at the base of the spoon at the top of the handle,
Okay.
which we're calling our thorax.
Yep.
And then I'm going to pull it to the back and twist, twist, twist.
Okay.
And then that will hold our, and then we'll have 1 wing and the second wing.
Okay. Once it's dry, it'll be a little bit more stiff.
All right, so now we're gonna put some eyes on.
Okay.
And I have wiggle eyes. If you don't have wiggle eyes at home, you can draw them in.
Yeah.
And if you're doing a spoon like this, you can use a Sharpie
And
with
draw
parent
them on.
supervision.
Yeah. Okay.
I think I have a new one.
Those 2 eyes on there.
And then we're going to use another twist tie
Okay.
or pipe cleaner
Aha.
for the antenna.
Perfect.
And I'm going to leave it attached, and I am going to tape this to the back of the spoon. Because I find,
use glue.
or were you trying to use glue?
Yep, that's okay.
You can use glue. It's just it doesn't. You would have
Takes
to
a while
allow
to dry.
drying time.
Yeah.
So I'm going to tape. So I folded or bent mine in the center, and then I tape it on the back. And I think my tape is a little too long. So I'm going to trim the edge. And then some people like to add a bead or something to the end. I just think they're fun to kind of curl.
Yeah. Oh, good idea.
Gives them that real life effect. So, and once they're dry, they will pucker a little bit more.
Lost an eyeball. There we go.
So there you have our dragonfly made with a coffee filter and a spoon.
Speaking of dragonflies, some of our big kids in the county got a chance to go to an environmental camp last year to observe, find, and catch some dragonflies. Let's go take a look at what kinds of dragonflies they caught.
would like to check us out more, you can find us at the local cable channel number 96 or on SMCPS YouTube. And you can also email us at kidsplace@smcps.org.
It's that time in the show where we have to say goodbye.
It is time to say goodbye to all our friends. It is time to say goodbye to all our friends. It is time to say goodbye. Give a smile and wink your eye. It is time to say goodbye to all our friends.
Bye, friends.
See you next time.